last two through to the All-Star semi-final. Next up, Firestorm and Wild Thing, the wedges this time.
You know, the All-Stars tournament was open to only the most aggressive robots. And tonight, we're getting down to those few with the grit, skill, and naked power to make it through. Hey, do you want to see some more? No, do you want to see some more? Well, what are we waiting for? Come on!
Firestorm appear to be doing absolutely nothing. Are you that confident, team?
Oh yeah, it'll be no problem.
Now, the robots appear to be quite similar. You've got a flipper, but they've got a weapon. Do you think that might hold you back?
Not at all. Although they look quite similar, Firestorm is miles ahead.
Miles ahead, you say? Have you got a message for the opposition?
Certainly have. We're Firestorm, and you're going to burn.
This is Isabel from the Wild Thing team. How confident are you about this? Because the robots are pretty similar.
We're quite confident, but because we've got the self-righting arm, that makes their flipper pointless. And
Exactly.
also, we have the cutting blade, so if we go at them with that, then we've got a big plus point on the weapon front.
Exactly. The question is, can Wild Thing do their thing?
Firestorm 3.
They beat Panic Attack to reach this Extreme All-Stars quarter-final with the effective flipping arm, has primary and secondary motors, is just the faster at 12 miles an hour, but will the Storm blow itself out here? Key here in the first round heat was getting in underneath Panic Attack despite the new protective skirts. Then the Welsh robot couldn't self-right when pressed against the arena side wall. Wild Thing, though, says they will be able to self-right. We'll wait and see.
From Ash in Hampshire, Wild Thing.
We haven't seen the best from the new giant cutting disc, certainly not 6,000 RPM, which they boast. Electric twin motors make this a fast wedge with its own Shremek. This is how it got past Dominator 2 in the first round heat of the All-Stars competition. This was very, very competitive. That's the great spinning disc, and it caused real damage to Dominator's tyres. It went to a judge's decision, but Wild Thing was on top and justifiably went through to this stage. Firestorm team, Graham Bone at the controls, Alex Mordew and Hazel Heslop there as well. And Wild Thing, the Adams family. Lyda, Nick Adams, daughter Isabel, son Jake. Dead Metal is one of our house robots here. Synergy of weapons, the strength. Alongside, once again, Shunt can push just about anything.
3, 2.
Two classic wedge-shaped robots here. Firestorm's fur, by the way, is a lucky talisman supplied by the Diotor team from Ireland. Very popular in the pits at the moment. It's a fur-brain scheme because the fur is being peeled off by Dead Metal. It's on the chase now, but Wild Thing gets in from behind. I wonder if that fur will get tangled up in Wild Thing's circular weaponry. 12 kilos of weight behind that weapon. Two cutting blades spinning at 6,000 RPM top speed. The side spikes as well. Underneath, though, Wild Thing goes Firestorm with a little flipper. But there you see the Wild Thing Shremek, the Shremek arm. So therefore negating Firestorm's flipper. This is a much improved Wild Thing in this series of Extreme, I must say. Making a much better fist of it. Semi-finalists in Series 3 and Series 4. Bags of experience then. Both these teams, actually. Wild Thing, a more aggressive side-on attack. And that's good defensive work by Firestorm. They're preventing Wild Thing getting in behind, and Wild Thing into the side arena. And that means Dead Metal can come in there. Battle's own great saw. There's Shunt. And Wild Thing is a risk here from Dead Metal on the left, Shunt on the right-hand side. Getting away from the pincers, but only just, as there's been damage to the weapon. Let's see if the weapon's working. A light flickers on there. Wild Thing's always had lurid paintwork. There's one eye working anyway, twinkling red. But I can't see the saw going round the circular blade. I don't think that's working at the moment. And Firestorm sensed that. I wonder if it's changed things. It has! Wild Thing suddenly on the defensive. This whole battle has been turned on its head. Firestorm with a great chance now. Wild Thing trying to self-right. And the self-righting arm has actually pinned it immobile on the arena floor. And they are going to be counted out, Wild Thing. The big release button has been activated. And Wild Thing, totally in command, have been beaten. Well, that is a major turnabout. I couldn't see that happening, not halfway through that battle. Oh, Wild Thing, you used to make the heart sing, but no more. Into the pit. And Firestorm coming in on the attack. What on earth was that about? They're already through to the semi-finals. They don't need to risk themselves. And I don't think the House Robots are going to like that. No, Shunt, look. Trying to axe the CO2 canister. Firestorm crazy.
Cease.
What on earth are they doing? And they're still involved, look. After the cease, they want to rumble. This was madness. But great fun. Great courage. A little bit crazy.
What a great fight! What an absolutely brilliant fight! Firestorm go through! Guys. I thought you were quite lucky in a way, because Wild Thing was doing really well, and it seemed to land really awkwardly, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because his self-righting mechanism was working, and then all of a sudden it landed that quite awkwardly. It just couldn't get up.
The one place it couldn't right itself from, yeah.
And then, what do you go and do? You start taking on the House
Well, we
Robots.
saw an opportunity. We tried to get Dead Metal in the pit, but we went for Shunt instead.
Hey, you're through?
Still through.
You're through? Let's hear it! Give it up! Raise the roof! It's Firestorm!
Firestorm team, that was flipping marvellous. You pleased with yourselves?
Very pleased, yes.
They were so confident as well because they thought they were the only ones with the weapon.
Yeah.
But you beat them.
We certainly did.
Did you take much damage? You're hard at work.
No, we're just changing the batteries. We've got a couple of scratches on the side, but nothing more than that.
Firestorm, still hot.